Another video journal. It's Monday. We had a good weekend. We actually had a pretty crazy weekend. So we had some fights because Saturday we apparently agreed to do a lot of things. We agreed to go to dinner with some friends forever ago that we forgot about. We also agreed to go to dinner with Cole and Chloe and Parker and them for a while ago that Claire and I didn't talk about. We also agreed to go and put on countertops at Claire's parents' rental. And then we also agreed to, and then at the same time, Scott and Brooke weren't around in Utah County like they were supposed to be. So errands got booked and nobody was there to take care of them if no errand runners were there. So we had to just figure it out. And then what ended up happening is we had to cancel everything except for the dinner, and we had to drive all the way back home because Scott and Brooke weren't there like we thought they were going to be. And then that led to kind of a fight between Scott and I because he was saying he doesn't want to be on call for things like that at those times, and he doesn't want to make that a priority. And I said, you're in the wrong job. We're in a startup. You don't really have a choice. This is kind of what it means. Anyways, we got a lot to talk about today, but it was tough because Claire and I just, we know how to work. We're really dedicated. We don't look at time as a factor, but Scott does. He looks at time. And I don't know what I can do to make him not think like that. I feel like that's just something you either have or don't have. But I feel like as a co-founder of a company, you have to have it. Like, it's required. So I don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be an interesting talk. But anyways, it was great. Because yesterday we were able to go to my parents' house and we had Nate and Emily over. We played a ton of games and it was a really fun night. So it was a great way to kind of step away and forget about those things that happened this weekend. But my parents did announce, they had this whole big thing going on of we want to have a family announcement in 2 weeks, blah, 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 like my dad does all the time. Likes to hype these things up. And then they announced that we're actually going to Costa Rica next year as a family before Braden goes on his mission. But there's things we need to do every day for the next year in order to qualify to go to Costa Rica. So my dad made a huge list. It's kind of like 75 hard stuff, but just for the Larson family. It involves doing workouts. It involves reading books. It involves taking pictures, journaling, creating new words, just a bunch of random things. And it's actually really cool that we need to stick to, don't look at your phone in sacrament meeting and stuff like that. And I'm excited to do it, but what was crazy, we thought oh man, you baby boy, number one, will be 1 year old at that time when we go, which is insane. So we're excited for that. It's gonna be super cool. Yeah, we'll see how the rest of this week goes. We're gonna work our tails off. We got Austin, Texas coming up soon, and we're just gonna keep going. See ya.